Hello, Myrna.
Hi, Chris. Okay. We should give some time for folks to get online. I'm very excited to talk about our Golden School Awards.
Sure. Yeah, and I think for you being on is helpful too, especially when we talk about like the process of registration and all of that.
Yes, no, absolutely. I am here. So I think we should probably wait like maybe a few more minutes before we officially get started, since we had more than a dozen of folks who registered.
What's like the rule of thumb for webinars? Like take how many people you've registered and then like maybe 50% of them will show up.
Yeah, very true. That's why it's recorded.
It looks like we have four people on other than us. Yeah, you just let me know when you think we're ready to go.
I say we get started within the next minute. How's that sound?
Thanks, Erin. You too. Take care.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, let's do it.
All right, welcome everybody to another installment of AACS's Gold webinar series. Today we're going to be talking about the Golden School Awards. So we're really excited about this. These awards that the association has started, our inaugural first awards were last year, and we put it together. They were supposed to be in 2020, and then COVID hit the world, and so we postponed and got put on hold. And so we were happy to pull it off last year. Want to thank everybody who was involved in that, and really thank everybody who entered. And so, as we do these awards, hopefully over time they get better and better and better. And with that comes some change. And so we're going to talk about a few changes to the Golden School Awards, as well as explain what it is. If you don't know, about the Golden School Awards. The American Association of Cosmetology Schools put on these awards to recognize its member schools who are doing really awesome things across the country in multiple different categories. And so schools will enter to win the recognition and an award accolade for a certain category, and they will be the best in the country for that. And so last year we had several schools who entered all the different categories. And just so everybody knows, we do have judges who are completely independent of the association. They don't own any schools, they don't work in schools, they don't have any schools who are like clients of theirs for anything. They are very familiar with the industry, but there's no affiliation for the association nor any school out there. So the integrity of the awards and the judges, we feel like is really high, and that's really important to us to make sure that these awards are fair. And really, when I look at these awards, the Golden School Awards, this is an opportunity to, I feel like, recognize the staff at their locations. A lot of these awards are won because of the great work that the staff does. And obviously the staff is inspired by the students, and students are a part of this. But really, at the end of the day, what I see is a great opportunity for schools to recognize their staff. And one of the great benefits is getting this award can help with branding and attracting new students and staff. So we're going to get into it. What are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about some changes to dates, as well as different changes for the awards. We'll discuss, what it takes to win, how to stand out, and then how winners can and should maximize this recognition. We'll go over the entry process, and we'll talk about some resources that we have, and then we'll just have a Q&A, and hopefully this won't take too long, but let's just get into it. So important changes, and we're going to be sending this through the emails through Wink to the association, but the original entry date was supposed to be June 23rd. We are pushing that back to July 15th. A couple of reasons there is because we're in the process of changing some software internally at AACS, payment processing and things like that. And so we just need more time to be able to get that established before we start making, receiving payments and entries. And so we need a little extra time to do that. And that just gives you a little extra time to put together a really good entry. And then that means we also extended the close of the entry. So that will now be on August 19th. So two very important dates, again, that'll begin. You can start submitting on July 15th, and then you have until August 19th to get your final entries in. So the winners of the 2022 Golden School Awards, they will all be announced at the annual conference this year in New Orleans. And that conference is October 13th through 15th. We hope that everyone who enters will join us there to see if you will be one of the lucky winners. And so again, all the winners will be announced at annual. And the winners, again, will receive a physical trophy where it can be proudly displayed in probably your admissions office or somewhere near the front, very visual. So this is an example of an award that was given out last year to one of our winners. But let's talk about real quick about how some of these schools. I'm going to highlight one school who I think did a fantastic job as far as used this award to help lift and build their brand and to help really recognize their staff for doing such great work. So the School of the Year last year, that was our biggest award, and it was Aveda Institute Des Moines. And so over here, this is their Instagram page. You can see that they're posting on social media saying, we're the school of the year awarded by the American Association of Cosmetology Schools. This screenshot right here is on their website, on their home page. If you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see right on their home page, they're the Golden School of the Year winner. And then they have a page on their website where it says, here are all of our other awards. And the Golden School Award is at the very top. And then this column to the right is kind of it's their footer. And you can see that in their footer right here, they have the digital badge. And so that shows up on every single page of their website. So well done to this school for really using this award to promote their school and to help their staff feel recognized. In addition to that, I wanted to show you a couple other things that they did that is worth showing. How they announced it when they won to their students and their staff. So this was on their TikTok. This was a video that they showed. I want to show you real quick what it is. So pretty cool. And what I do know as an additional thank you, the school was able to give more PTO to their staff because they won this award. And they're constantly, and have been for the last year, saying, let's win it again. What can we do to get even better? And then the news station in their area, I'm going to have to play this, refresh this page, and an ad will show here. But the news came out and heard about it and did a story on the school. So check this out. Myrna, can you hear that at all?
No, I was not able to.
Okay, let me do this real quick.
Best in the nation, recognized as the School of the Year by the American Association of Cosmetology as part of their inaugural Gold School Awards program, something that is no small feat during the pandemic. We spoke with students and staff to learn what makes their school number one.
The last little bit that I would do, I'm going to have our head tip forward and we're just going to...
So then the story gets into the students and their experience and what goes on in the school. And then I'm going to skip to near the end.
All of us, the owners, the students, all of us from top to bottom. And I think it was equally as healing for me to show up to work, to continue to drive this culture, this team.
Their hope when you look in the mirror.
Ultimately, we just want our students and our guests to feel important and loved and valuable.
And the Institute hopes to see more beauty schools and salons incorporate mental health practices and mindfulness into their spaces. And a special note to share with you at home. Before I went to college to become a journalist, I was a cosmetology student in high school on a full-ride scholarship to beauty school. Taylor's laughing in the background. I became a licensed cosmetologist when I was 17. It was a job that carried me through college and journalism school, and it supported me in each city I've worked in as a journalist. It just goes to show how valuable trade schools are in our society. And this institute's an example of how businesses can evolve during unstable times. For more information on how to enroll, visit our website, weareiowa.com.
Okay, so I thought that was really awesome. So a lot of fun recognition. I mean, this stuff can go really a long way. So well done and congratulations to Avidity Institute Des Moines, who got the award for the best school in the country, awarded by AACS. So that's not the only award, obviously. A lot of our other winners have used the recognition in really cool, creative ways, certainly posting on social media, putting that badge on their website, on their landing pages. But some other kind of creative ones too is like in their email stamp, where they'll put the award logo. When they're recruiting for staff, it's not just come enroll in an award-winning school, but come work at a school that is nationally recognized and is award-winning. So a lot of really cool stuff and huge benefits of the program. We want to know who you are. We want to recognize you. There were so many really just such good entries. Our judges had a tough time, really narrowing it down to who is deserving of the award. But speaking of awards and categories, we have a new category that we're doing this year. We are doing the student salon spa, also like barber shop, and so that's going to be, I think, a really fun one, and one to like really recognize students and their good work, as well as staff. And so here are all of the categories. So we have 9 categories. The new one at the top there, the student salon and spa, community involvement. So really, what are you doing to give back in your community? A lot of really fun things that I had read. So many different like charities that schools are involved with, raising money, collecting toys for kids during Christmas, doing beauty makeovers for different charities and groups. Just a lot of really cool stuff that schools do every year. And so make sure that you enter and you get recognized for that good work that you do. Facilities is great. We know that schools invest a lot of money into their facilities, and their facilities are really important. They're an important part of the learning experience for the students. And so get recognized for that. Marketing innovation, whether you outsource some marketing or have in-house marketers who are handling your social media and working hard, great recognition for them. And then legacy alumni, what are you doing to support your alumni? Where are they at now? Really cool stories and stuff that I had read from all the different people who enter that category. Placement, what are you doing to help further the career of your students? How are they placing? Where are they going? What does that process look like? And get recognized for the good work that you do there. Every school brand is unique with the school culture. What makes you unique? What makes you awesome and stand out? And how is this part of you attracting students and staff? Culture in the school is really important to success all the way around. Advocacy. We want to know and recognize those schools that are really giving back, especially in the last year with so much talk and new regulation. We're talking gainful employment, all this stuff. I know that there are several schools who can apply for that because they showed up in Washington, D.C. And lobbied. We were shoulder to shoulder together, talking to our representatives. So hopefully you grab some video and pictures of yourself there so that you can enter to be recognized for that category. And then School of the Year, obviously a top award in amongst these categories. And a lot of the School of the Year is made up of a lot of the things up above there. The student salon and spa, how are you involved in your community? What does your facility look like? We're taking, what sets you apart? Why are you deserving of this award? And as a side note, as I've been getting feedback from the schools, they said, well, your questions on what makes a school, the best culture in a school unique, why should you win this? They said, it's pretty general and vague. We want to keep it that way because we don't want to lead you down a certain path to have you all say the same thing. We're leaving it very open because we want to see what you come to us with. You're creative. We want you to be creative and then point out some things that you think are unique to you and why you're deserving of this award. We want to hear your unique opinion and perspective on it. And so that's one reason why we're keeping it a little general and vague. And so hopefully that can answer if any else of you have that question, hopefully that can help answer it. So a big change this year is pricing and tiers. Like I said, we really wanted to make this as fair as possible. You have big brands and big schools out there who have, a marketing company in-house, or they're paying somebody and they can help them enter these things and do some really cool designs. And then you have some smaller schools that may not have the same types of resources. And we want everybody to be able to compete with people who are most like them. And so this year, what we're doing is we're breaking it down into tiers. And so first step when you enter is you say, okay, what tier am I in? And if I have a one campus location, and I have 175 students at my school, then obviously I am in tier 2, and I will only compete with schools like myself. Let's say in my ownership group, I have 6 locations. And between the 6, I have 800 students or something like that, then obviously I'm going to be in tier 3. So it's based off of student population and ownership group. So how many schools do you own and operate? And that's how many students do you have? And then that's the tier that you're going to be placed in. So this is a breakdown of the cost. So how much is this going to cost me? Well, depends on the tier, right? So I do have some examples of this, but if you are, if you have a couple campuses and you have 200 students, your entry fee is $299, and that gets you let's say you have 2 campuses, a 1 campus and a 1 category. So an entry fee covers a 1 campus and 1 category. And then let's say you have a couple other campuses and you're like, well, this other one is brand new, and so I want to make sure I enter that campus into facilities. You would just pay $49 for that second campus and that category. So I'm going to try to hopefully break this down so it makes a little more sense. This is an example. So let's say we have a school. The ownership group, they have 3 campuses. And between all of the locations, they have 400 students. That would put them in tier 3. So their entry fee would be $349. And then based off of their other campuses and what categories they want to enter will determine the rest of what they're going to pay. So their campus 1. They really have a rockin' student salon and spa. They really want to enter that and win that award for this campus. So they're going to pay $69 for that. And then this fee covers 1 campus and the first category. The legacy alumni, they want to enter that. They're doing really great stuff. They have some awesome graduates. And they'll pay $69 for that. And then they want to enter this campus for School of the Year. So they'll pay for that. And then this other campus, they really feel like in that community, they give back a lot, and that the culture in there is really awesome, and they have really good placement, and so they'll pay an additional fee for these categories. And then their third campus is brand new, and the facilities are great, and they just want to enter that campus for that. It's kind of a newer campus. They'll do that. So you take the entry fee covers a campus plus 1 category, and then just each additional category will be that $69 fee. That adds up to $414. So their entry will be $763. Another example is, let's say I have 1 campus and I have 225 students in that 1 campus. So if I look at the tiers, so that would put me in tier 2. So my entry fee is $299. And it's like, okay, I want to enter the marketing innovation, advocacy, and School of the Year. So the $299 covers that campus plus the category. And then what we would have is the $49 for advocacy if they want to enter that, and then School of the Year. That's $98, and that would equal $397. And so hopefully this makes sense to everybody. The reason why we've done this is because, again, we wanted this to be as fair as possible. And what we do know is that each campus, even in the same school group, is unique. What we want to avoid is something like if you have 3 campuses and if you entered and you won facilities, but campus 1 is 40 years old and a school down the street and you get to claim best facilities, it's like, well, that's not a really good you know, that campus is old and my facilities are better. That's why all of these awards will be campus specific. It's just the easiest and the fairest thing that we have thought of to do. And so if you're one campus, you don't have to worry about it. You can enter, you know, as many categories as you want to pay for. If you're multi-campus, really think about it. You know, think about these different campuses that you have and what makes each one unique, and then apply for that category for that campus. And just so you know, the award, it will have the campus name. So if you were the facilities award, it'll say, you know, whatever school, Tucson, Arizona campus, or whatever that unique identifier is. And so those are some of the biggest changes. Pricing, the new category, but let's talk a little bit about really what makes a good entry. So here's what I saw: is the judges, you know, they're human beings. And the schools who entered and who uploaded a lot of images and videos, those are the ones that I saw that were selected to be winners. There were some schools who filled out the form and typed in really great stuff and had good info, but they had like maybe one picture. The schools who won had several photos. Some of them even designed a PDF, and that's all that they uploaded for their entry. And it taught, let's say it was about marketing innovation, and they had examples in this designed PDF and stats and images, and then they had links to like their YouTube page to show videos. The alumni schools who won, they uploaded links to videos that they had interviewed their alumni, and they were really like touching videos. And I think that's what helped these schools win in the judges' eyes, because the judges are going to read every entry, and then they're going to see what kind of collateral is with it. And if I'm you or any school entering, I'm going to have really awesome collateral. I'm going to have images, hopefully some videos, and I'm going to make sure that I upload those to really showcase what I'm talking about as I enter, to kind of back up what you're saying. So hopefully that tip helps. Again, you're going to be competing against schools of similar size and probably similar revenue and budgets. And so we feel like this is going to be the most fair thing that we could do for these awards. And so essentially, you have 3 different tiers. And you have 9 different categories. So we're going to have like 27 first place winners. And what we're going to have is a first place winner and then 2 finalists. So really essentially 3 winners per category, per tier. But 1 ultimate winner and then 2 finalists. So that's a massive information dump. We're really excited about this year's awards. I've already had a lot of really good feedback for people who want to enter. They're excited for it. Let me just say that I did talk to a school, and they have seen an increase in leads, and they are attributing this award and that badge and that accolade to the increase in leads. Particularly, it was a one-campus school that they know, comparing year-over-year numbers, they had about 73 more leads. Now, obviously, that's multivariate, and we don't know exactly how many leads are associated with this award and that 73, but they do know that they got an increase because of their award and really posting it on the website and landing pages and being able to talk about it. One school, you go into the school, they made a poster and there's lights around it, and it's you're really a focal point in the school, in the admissions office. The award is proudly displayed with different posters made. And so schools are really using this to promote the school. But I think at the end of the day, for me, is it's a great way to recognize your staff. And we're living through the Great Resignation, and it's staff recognition and part of culture in a business That's important. And this is a great way to give back and to recognize their hard work. So, Myrna, I think what we should do is talk about a little bit about the registration process and give as much information as we have at this time for that, and then we can open it up for Q&A.
Okay, yes. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for,
I'm not sure if we can hear you. I can't hear you.
can you hear me?
Starts at 8 o'clock.
Can somebody put in the chat if you can hear Myrna or not?
I hope you can. Yes, okay.
Reception is Saturday night.
Oh, for some reason I can't hear you. Go ahead and keep talking. I'm going to try to figure this out.
As long as the folks can hear me. Okay, so again, thank you guys for jumping on and listening in about the 2022 Golden School Awards. We are very excited to kick off this annual award, and the application process is going to be really as much as you want to put into it. So as Chris had mentioned, videos and photos to really kind of bring that involvement to life is really what's going to help the judges kind of really see into that lens of how much you guys really do and why you should be the winner of that category. So with that being said, on the website, there will be a PDF you're able to download.
Please do. I'll look forward to it. Thanks, Erin. Okay.
So there's a PDF that you're able to download and you're able to use as a guide to help with writing into, for instance, what makes your school a great facility. Tell us why you deserve this award. So we'll be guided, and it will have the opportunity for you to also submit those images as well. As part of the submission detail for that, we will have a visual guide on the website that will guide you through each of the categories. And outside of that, when you click for whatever category that you're interested initially in, and let's just say, a few days later after you submitted, you go, I do so much community involvement. We do a lot of charitable things. Well, gather those images, go back, and the additional entry fee is less than the base. And so just gather those photos and tell us what you do. And ultimately, we just want you guys to be recognized. We really want you guys to know that we know that you do so much, and we really want to support that. And we want others to see it. And we want that physical trophy or that digital badge, or even just the energy and putting forth a submission to be recognized. And ultimately, as Chris mentioned, this is just going to get better and better. So we're very excited to see all of what you guys submit. So good luck, and shout out to the 2022 Golden School Awards. Do you want to leave it up for Q&A?
Yeah, if you have, I think if anybody has any questions, you can post it in the chat and we can do our best to answer it.
And also to, okay. Is this, so we'll read it out loud. Is the new student entry for one specific student or the student body as a whole? Great question.
Yeah,
Chris?
so that would be the entire student salon. So that would be the entire student body, not just recognizing one student. And that's funny because like every school probably has that one student who is just a hustler and doing most of the sales and just killing it. But it will be for the student salon as a whole body.
And you can definitely leverage that individual student and discuss how they motivate their peers and really what they bring to the table. And that can be a good way to make sure that they get face value of what they contribute and how they motivate their peers. course, thank you. Anybody else would love to answer any questions? I do have a show of hands. Has anybody that's on this call submitted last year or just heard about it through social media? Amazing. Okay. So for those who said that they heard it before, can you type in the chat or saw it on social media what drew your interest to learn more?
Make sure when you chat in there, make sure it's set to everybody so everybody can see your response.
Hey, holla. Yes. I'm going to take you off of mute, Catherine, and I just want to kind of hear your thoughts about when you applied, what made you want to apply, and how's it been since you've won the award. You can go ahead and unmute. Perfect.
Hi there, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. I think I received an email about it and shared it with our Institute Director, Megan, who's also on this call. And I just kind of said, hey, what do you think about doing this like on the down low? Let's not even talk about it. Let's just do it, see what happens. And we're beyond proud. We're really thrilled about it. When you showed the TikTok, I just laughed out loud to myself in my office because that's easily my most famous TikTok now. So we're really proud of the school and really proud of our staff and the award, and we're excited to keep talking about it and hopefully bring home more awards.
Yes, no, absolutely. And did you find with winning the award and being named, best school in the country, how that really elevated the expectation of the student body or folks that came in, or how has it been for you?
I think our Institute Director could probably speak more to the specific numbers behind that. But yes, I do think it's been great having posters around the school and the badge, and the model that you see on that poster is still currently enrolled. So she's smeared all over the school, and she's a lovely model. We use her all the time. But yes, it's a great speaking point. The students are proud of it. We're hearing with new classes that start, they're like, yeah, this place like won like a really big award or something, so that's cool. Like they don't really know, but they know something good's going on. So it's been really great.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Megan, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
No, I think Catherine kind of hit the nail on the head there. And I talked to Chris earlier and gave him, my take on it all. But, I think just with anything, the excitement for the employees and the pride, some days are easier than others. And, when you can come together and know what you're doing makes a difference every day, but then see it recognized like nationally, I think was kind of the biggest takeaway. Like we are doing something right. We are making a difference, even though sometimes in the hard moments, it doesn't feel that way. I think with anything, it's just that sense of pride around that we're contributing to the greater good, if you will.
Yes, no, absolutely. That's beautiful. And thank you guys so much for sharing. All right. Does anybody else have any questions before we go ahead and end this webinar series? on the school awards.
Can I ask Catherine and Megan a question while we have them?
Oh, sure, of course.
On the pricing and the tiers, does that make sense? Is there anything that's confusing about it, or what are your thoughts on it?
I think it makes sense. And it probably will help you cut through the clutter a little bit, because I feel like last time, I feel like maybe there was one price for everything. So schools may have just like, hey, I'm going to throw my name in every hat and see what sticks. Whereas this way, I think you'll get a higher level of entry because they're more selective on awards that they're like, hey, this is what we're going for. We can work on community involvement. This is our lane, you know? So I feel like it might be better for the judges too, to be able to kind of really see some good impactful entries this way.
That's great.
Yeah,
feedback.
that was our thought process. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, well, I think that's it. We appreciate everybody attending. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to send this out through an email and have it on the actual page, the Golden School Awards page, which will be up soon. I think Myrna was talking about it. I couldn't hear her, but we appreciate everybody's attendance. Any last words, Myrna?
No, I'm just super excited, and I really look forward to viewing everyone's submissions. Rock out 2022. It's going to be amazing.
Okay, thanks everybody. See ya.
Bye guys. Take care.